My name is Manuela Lavezzari. I'm working at Lenovo as a marketing director for education and channel. And I'm really excited today here because I have two amazing, passionate guests passionate about physics. And Davide Forlanetto, that is from Ducati. He is the coordinator, the educational coordinator of Fisica Moto, Physics in Motion Lab. And also we are pleased also to welcome full professor in didactics of physics at Freie Universität Bozen and also consultant at Fisica Moto. And here in this special setting, we are really proud as a Lenovo to announce that we start today, we kick off a new partnership with you, with Ducati, about this specific project, so Fisica in Moto Lab. So I would like, Davide, to ask you if you can briefly explain a bit more about this project, what it's about.
Fisica Moto is a very peculiar laboratory. It is situated in the Ducati factory in Borgo Panigale in Bologna, in the Emilia-Romagna region of Italy. It is a very special and important for us, the location, because we are inside the Motor Valley. It is a region where we have a lot of automotive factories other than Ducati, and a lot of university that works in synchrony with factories. And so the location is a very exciting and a location that can give us a lot of input. And the laboratory was born in 2007 to be used as a link between school and industry. A lot of times schools work a lot on the theoretical part of physics, but don't have the meanings to connect that to real world application. So in Fisica Moto, we try to invite schools to work on real world experiments, and then through completing the tour in the Ducati factory, we connect them with the real world. Usually during the school year, so from October to May, schools come in and stay with us for half a day, and the tour is composed by from the Ducati factory tour, so where students can see how Ducati motorcycles are built and what is the physics and the engineering under that. Then we have a visit in the museum where students can see the history of Ducati motorcycles and how physics announced the engineering and the performance of these bikes. And then the final most important part is in the laboratory, where we spend more than 2 hours working on different experiments. I will let you talk a little bit about the didactic around the museum, Federico, if you want to tap in.
Yes, the didactic approach of our laboratory comes from my research in physics education. It is linked to the international research that is going on in the last years. It is based on an imaginative, narrative and metaphorical approach to physics. That is the way in which we normally think and learn from everyday life. So why don't learn physics in the same way? The approach parallel that it is normally taught in school, where students encounter mechanics starting from the notion of force and the Newton laws that teachers know very well that are difficult for them and the source of many misconceptions. In our laboratory, we start with another approach, totally different. We start and we rely on two conserved quantity, momentum and angular momentum, that are very simple to be imagined by the students, by ourselves, because we can think to momentum or to angular momentum as fluid-like substances that flow from one body to another, accumulate, and is leaked out. So this is what we think that is very useful for students that come out of our laboratory with a deeper understanding of mechanics, better than what they have learned in school. This is witness also the teachers that give us their feedback. So Fisica Moto is not only a didactic laboratory. It is what we call an industrial education laboratory, where there is a very strict link between industry and school on one side, research in physics education and educational practice on the other side, and students feel on their body as a mind, an embodied mind, the physics they are learning and they want to be educated for.
Yeah. Also, all the experiments are mechanical experiments, but usually we need to have some sensor and then something to show what the results of the experiment is on. And so we are extremely thrilled that Lenovo has decided to join us in this new partnership and in this new adventure to enhance this laboratory. And what can you think and what can you tell us about the focus of Lenovo on education?
I will tell you that first of all, Lenovo and Ducati really share the same value, I will say. We have the same passion. We work a lot on the performance from different perspective, but we have that as a priority. We really think that the teamwork is a key of the success of our company, but also we are both committed fostering the future generation, right? So we think when we met and we see the lab that you built, we understand how could be the potential evolution of the collaboration between our company and how our technology, with your help in this lab, Fisica Moto, could, let me say, give a different experience to the student, to all the visitors, and explaining deep and sometimes difficult concept of physics in a different way that could be fun, excited, and really immersive, with some also and on experience. So changing completely how we can teach and how they can learn. That is, I think, the beauty of the technology. And for this reason, we provided a lot of technology because we believe that as one of the largest provider of device in education, we have a responsibility. We are really a commitment for the future generation. They need to be able to learn, and I would say STEM subject everywhere without any limitation. So I think that the technology and with this kind of environment, we are helping the visitor to understand that even STEM maths can be inclusive.
Yeah.
So I would like to understand more how our technology is going to be used today in the lab.
We started to implement some features in the lab. As you saw, the lab is composed by 3 rooms, and every room has between 2 and 3 experiments. So along them, we are implementing 65 inches touch screens, Lenovo touch screens, and we want to use that to immerse the students in the laboratory and to help them to better understand the physics behind the experiment. As Federico was saying before, we are talking about fundamental concepts of physics. They are not so easy to understand, even if you already studied them at school. So we are implementing new videos or augmented reality videos in particular to study better the experiment, and not only during the school year, but also, for example, during the summer schools. During the summer, we work with students from all around Italy and all around Europe. And during the summer schools, students can go more in depth in the experiments and study that for a very extensive amount of time, usually 1 week. And so in that type of approach, we need a lot of data from the sensors, and we need somewhere to show those data. And so we use high performance Lenovo machines, Lenovo computers, and we are implementing even more Lenovo screens to be sure that every single aspect of the experiment is showed.
For example, one of our pivotal experiment workstation is the Hammer workstation, where we have a fast Lenovo computer with sensors that acquire data and display them online on the screen, so students can see online what is happening when a hammer is hitting on an LV. They can change the hammer material or the hammer weight, and so they see how the same amount of momentum can be exchanged if you change the material, if you change the time in which momentum is exchanged. So they learn deep the notion of force, like momentum flow rate, momentum current. So this is only possible if you have an add of technology.
We are talking about thousands of data per second. So we need that to be clear to students, and also we want with Lenovo computers to be able to show that as precisely as possible. Another interesting experiment in the room of MotoGP, where we study a lot the engines, Ducati engines in particular, but then how they are used during the Grand Prix. We have an X-Moto that is a composition of a motorcycle and a bike, because the students pedaling are replicating the use of a four-stroke engine, and they are learning by themselves and on the screen, watching the data on the screen, how the torque is working, the torque exerted by their legs or by the engine on a motorcycle, how it works, how it is related to power, and how those can be used and can be defined choosing the gears, and how the gears, the clutch are important in the modeling of our motorcycle. And all that is possible by the data that we acquire. Something like what is happening in our MotoGP box, in the Ducati box, where all the data are acquired from the bike and that's studied by the engineers. And you in Lenovo know that well, right?
Yes, it's a while that we are working together, that we are partner. Just to remember, when we started, it was 2018, so it was a while ago. We had some step and a new challenge together. And again, as you mentioned, we are really proud to work well with you, because it's not a sponsorship. We really feel that is a true partnership. And I know that the Lenovo team is working a lot and pushing a lot the Ducati team in order to share insight, to share new requests, new challenge, because we are aiming to deliver, to design and then to deliver to you the best technology that we can in order to satisfy your specific and unique need. Because we know that every, as you mentioned, milliseconds, not seconds, milliseconds counts in MotoGP. So we want really to help you to push the limits and the boundaries. And we know how it is important to work together to deliver the best performance and result. And I will say that this collaboration is quite effective because of the success of the recent year speak for themselves, right? So I would like, maybe, I don't know if you have any further comment, but I would like to maybe to say as at the end that there is just a call that we can say now that everyone should at least go on Ducati website, understand more about physics and Moto Lab, and maybe why not get in touch with you or even with us and visit the lab, because it's really something unique that I don't know if exists in any other part of the world. So it's something that will be a true experience for the student today.
Yeah, thank you, Manuela. Yeah, we are extremely excited so well, and we invite everyone to go and see in the website what are our proposals. We are trying to open the proposals even to or more than Italian schools. We are trying to prepare tailor-made proposals meeting the needs of every group of students of different age that can need some different experience, and we want to be sure that the Fisica Moto Lab is as much open to everyone as we can.
No comment.
Thank you.
Thank you again for being with us today, and I hope that we'll continue to work together.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Lenovo.